All right, so I want to talk about something that happened last year, and the final sentence was this year, and in a way, kind of relates to my experience coming to Nigeria and what my friends experienced at the beginning of this year. So I'll first start with the story first, so you can understand what I'm trying to get to. So the white guy here is called Austin Metcalf or Metcalf, and the black guy is called Anthony Camelo. They both met at the track meet, which is like a school event where they play sports and compete with other school. So they were both from different schools, right? So during the event, it was raining and everyone had to stay in their tent. At some point, Camelo spotted one of his friends who was in the opposing team that went to dap the guy up. Right? They're not really that close, but they still have some relationship together. Then Austin, being the leader according to the news, instructed Camelo to leave the place. Like he's not supposed to be here. In a way, it's kind of an unspoken rule if you have been playing distant and this all this kind of sport or hit period sports. Although it's never that deep, sure. It's never that deep that you send someone away. But at the same time, understandable, okay. Then Camelo said no, which kind of fueled something between them at some point. Then Austin insisted again, which resulted in him shoving Camelo. And Camelo was like, touch me again and see what happens. Right. Then Austin did that again, and next thing you see, Camelo reached for his bag, bought out something, penetrated the guy's chest. And like that, the guy just Austin just went off like that. It happened so quick. Camelo was in deep regret when it immediately happened. He even confessed that he did it. Like he did not even like hide it. Although I heard he ran away for some. There's so many details in there, but that what happened and the boy lost his life last year. So the whole thing has been going on for a while, and just of recent, which was today actually, not of recent, today right now, Camelo just got sentenced to 35 to life, which initially it was supposed to be life due to the sentencing, but I think because of his mother pleaded for mercy and all that stuff, they reduced it to 35, which in a way is kind of a win, but they were hoping to get manslaughter instead of yeah. So what I just realized that this whole thing that happened was just a play of pride, all right? And in a way, right, I'll tell you my own story before I tell you about my friend. Because that whole interaction was just avoidable by all means possible. Just very, very avoidable. Just does not make any sense. I mean, if you guys have got into a fight in school, where you don't expect things to escalate that way. So when I came to Nigeria, right, I was taking a walk around Breford. I do that to clear my mind after work and all that stuff. And someone just one old man like this guy was like on his 50s or maybe late 50s, I don't know. But I was bloodshot red. Like you could tell that was all sort of was on sort of was on drugs, definitely. Or maybe it was crying 30 minutes ago. I don't know. No. But was definitely on something for his eye to be that red. I had airports on, I was walking, taking my walk. I had this guy just drag me back and was like, I pushed him. I'm like, what? He said I pushed him. I should tell him sorry. I said, why? Like, why did he even come to drag me? Like, mate, are you made of paper or something that I'll push you? I don't know that I pushed you. And I'm confused. Just say, so you will not tell me sorry. I had this thing just escalated. This guy just landed one punch on my face like this. Like, I didn't even believe what happened. I was like, this guy actually being serious. Like, one time like this, I said, okay, no problem now. All right. Since he want to fight, I put a phone inside my pocket. Zipped up my, because I was wearing a tracksuit that time, so I zipped up my tracksuit. Make sure everything's intact, nothing will fall out when I'm inside this fight. I was about to land my first blow like this. That's why everybody just come and gather me like this, hold me tight. Yeah, hey, leave him, leave him, leave him. Now old man, now old man, now old man. No touch him, no touch him. I was like, so when the guy dragged me, I was shouting at me. Nobody noticed that I was an old man that was touching me. Oh. Cool, no problem. When the guy punched me, nobody knew it was an old man that punched me. Oh. It's when I want to retaliate, that's when it's an old man. I'm about to punch. I said, okay, no problem now. And the boy guarding me, they say, ah, leave and leave and leave and leave. And that old man was saying, you see what I'll do to you. Don't worry, I'm gonna get something for you. This guy went inside one corner like this. I don't know where. I don't. Something tells me that this guy is new to this area because I'm very familiar with this my area. Like I'm very very familiar with my area, so I know some spots. So where he went to, I know where he went to. So I was like, Where is this guy going to? So people were not telling that, oh, he's going to go and get cutlass, going to get cutlass. I should go to the other side. Go to the other side. I say, see, first off, my house is this side. So therefore, I'm going to that side. But what this guy is, I don't know. All this one you do, you just for show. Because none of what you just did doesn't make any sense to me. Then people are like, ah, no, go to that side, go to that side. I said, I'm not going to that side. I'm going to where I'm going to. I'm going to my house. So I continue walking now. I, at least what I left was just a little bit scar. It wasn't that serious. But it now occurred to me that after a while, like, cause I spoke to my mom and all that stuff. After a while, I've seen things on news and stuff like that. Now it occurred to me that it's very possible that these guys were either trying to rob me or trying to lure me to a certain place to kidnap me, which was kind of odd at that time, man, because it was a very, very weird interaction. And it was very like avoidable because he wanted me to tell him sorry. And if I told him sorry, I probably would have just left there. But my pride got the best of me. And I was like, there's no I'm telling you sorry after what you just did to me. So that what happened, right? As for my friend owned was like something similar. It was also altercation, right? It was an argument between someone. And you would not expect the argument to escalate that way because it's just an argument. When nobody was thinking straight at that point, you just brought out something long and pierced it through the guy's chest like that. And that's how my friend lost his life beginning of this year. So I started to think to myself, like, see, some people in this world, yeah, they literally just wake up with the tension, right? Like that Camelo guy. People are defending him, like that. People defending him, understandable, right? Mostly his family, or if you really follow this thing, was most they made it about a race war, or something like that, which was kind of dead. But people are defending him, right? Defending the action, saying that was self defense and other stuff. And me myself, I'm thinking to myself like, obviously that's not self defense. That doesn't make any sense. A shot doesn't result to you pulling out a knife, and yeah. So I started to ask myself that some people actually literally just wake up just looking for trouble. Like they have no intention of success in life. They have see. I'm telling you that this Camelo guy, if you watch the guy's highlights of like his interviews or stuff like that, this guy is well educated. He's not like any Akbar or anything. He's well educated. You think that this guy he has planned his future already like this. But then you see someone that does something like this, you start to ask yourself, like, people in this world, some people are actually on that last line, they're on that last line for no reason. Some people have that reason for being on that last line. Some people don't have a reason. Like Carmelo, he has a loving family, he has a stable life, he has everything is good in his life. But for you to just resort to making those kind of actions, it's scary that some people just are looking for a reason to just lose guard. So my one is to tell you that see, in every chance you can get, just avoid confrontation with people, bro. Because some people just are looking for any reason to just change your whole life completely. Because right now, those two people have lost their life, right? One is going to serve prison, the other one is never going to be seen again. So yeah, just try and avoid confrontation as much as possible because you don't know what's going on behind people's heads. Trust me. So people have just probably just wake up with just evil intentions. I just plan to end that day with evil intentions.